Hi. In this video, we are going to discuss if you run an automotive business, if I talk about how you can leverage the power of digital marketing, if I talk about what kind of digital marketing strategies you can actually leverage to grow your business. Now, obviously, we are not going to discuss anything hard and fast, which is going to give you a huge result, but obviously we are going to discuss things which are going to give you result in long term, because as a business owner, this is what we should be focusing on. So let's get started. So let's start with this basic question. What is digital marketing? Well, if I talk about digital marketing is quite simple. You have this word of marketing. I hope everyone is aware of what is marketing. Marketing is simply reaching out to customers and saying, hey, we have this product and services, why you should actually buy that. If you add digital to that, it becomes digital marketing. Means using a digital platform to market our products and services to the customers. Try to understand one thing. In offline marketing, we are selling to human beings, we are marketing to human beings. In digital marketing, we are selling to human beings, we are marketing to human beings. So there is no such difference. The only difference in digital marketing is obviously the tools which we are going to use, with which we are going to market our stuff on digital world. Now, as a business owner, I have this question: why should I be focusing on digital marketing if there are customers already coming into my automotive store, if I talk about, or automobile store? So the answer is quite simple. It is actually effective targeting. So you can target people based on their income level, if I talk about, where they're located, what kind of a buying habit they have. So obviously Google, if I talk about, or Facebook, if I talk about, they have a lot of potential, or I should say a lot of data about users with which you can actually leverage that. Now, obviously, I would not say that we have to leverage the personal data, but obviously data which is publicly available, or a data where we cannot identify a particularly individual person using our individual ID, kind of that. Secondly, it increases our engagement. So obviously, like if we are leveraging the marketing platforms on digital world, so obviously this can help us increase the engagement, which in turn will help us market our services much better. Then it strengthens our brand for a very specific reason. Today, almost everyone lives on the internet. So if we are going to leverage the power of digital world, obviously that will help us strengthen our brand. And finally, we have low marketing cost. So obviously in the traditional marketing, if you want to offer a billboard, it costs dollars. But if we talk about Facebook, if we talk about Google, if we talk about various social networks, if I may, you don't have to technically pay for posting something online. So this can be an effective medium, and it has some low marketing cost. Now, obviously, it also has some high marketing cost, but yes, that depends upon when we go to that segment or that part of digital marketing. Now, let's talk about the strategies. So the very first strategy is obviously having a customer-friendly website. Now, if you don't have a website today, that simply means your business does not exist. Because let's say if someone wants to understand about your business, a website is a much better medium for them to understand, for a very simple reason, because they can gain more information from that particular website compared to talking to you over call, or maybe having a discussion over chat applications. So obviously you have to make sure that it provides the convenience, allows them to research on their own. So what kind of products and services you're selling. So obviously, if I talk about in terms of automotive, so everything related to automotive industry, if I talk about, they can actually research on that. Then obviously search option based on the pricing, if I may, and the calculate payment options. So let's say if you're providing EMI options, maybe you're selling spare parts, so obviously they should be able to see the pricing on that. And finally, invest in excellent design, high quality photos, and vehicle highlighting for a very specific reason, because obviously it will give you your company a brand feel, which is obviously missing from the lot of fields, because of lot of websites, for a very simple reason, because they feel like, okay, this is not something we should be investing on. So the very first step is obviously having a customer friendly website. So if they are coming there, they can actually leverage the website as a platform to become your customer, compared to using it as a platform just to go to your competitor. So the second strategy, if I talk about, is making your online presence. So obviously, if you are available online, people can actually find you. They are not going to search you by the name of your brand, but obviously they are going to search for people who are into automotive industry, or who are working in the automotive industry, or looking for people who are into automotive industry. So obviously this is going to give you a leverage. So where you can present yourself, you can obviously start with Google. So Google has a very good product, if I may, Google My Business. You can search for Google My Business, which is actually a very good platform if you are into, like, if you have a certain location for your business of automotive. Secondly, website of local dealers. So obviously if you have a certain website where local dealers are there, obviously you can plug in your website, maybe your link there. And obviously manufacturer's website. So obviously if you're selling to a certain, if you're selling, or maybe you're a dealer of a certain manufacturer, you can have your website on their website, because obviously this is going to give you a very good leverage, because majority of the customer don't look for who is selling car near me. They obviously look for a brand name. So let's take a brand of Ford, if I may. So they will search for Ford dealers near me kind of a stuff. So obviously from the website of Ford, you can actually get a gain more exposure. Okay, the next strategy which I'm going to discuss is obviously going to give you a leverage in the long run. What is that? It is organic SEO. Try to understand one thing. Google, if I talk about as a search engine, has a great potential for you in the long run. So if you focus on organic SEO, within 6 to 12 months, if you focus on that particular aspect of it, it is going to give you a huge advantage. There are so many companies who are actually working to make sure that you rank better on Google. There are a lot of things specifically related to search engine optimization, which I'm not going to discuss in this particular video. But try to understand this organic SEO is going to give you a huge advantage. Secondly, it is a one-time investment. I would say one-time regular investment, if I may. But yes, the results are recurring. So if you are, let's say, ranking for near me keyword somewhere in your particular city, so obviously this is going to give you a huge advantage compared to going for something else. So this is going to give you a recurring returning customers, because obviously they will come back again and again. The next option is obviously paid ad. Now this is a fastest way to actually gain some customers, because here you are pushing money. You're putting your money and actually reaching out to the digital companies, and they are actually helping you reach to the customers in the faster way. I would say this is something which we call as sponsored. So these are sponsored ads. So what happens? The companies, let's say if you search on Google, you must have found something known as ad written beside a URL. That simply signifies that this is an advertisement and someone has paid to be placed there. So you have to pay upfront to get started, but obviously you can get started and gain customers from the day one, because obviously this works as soon as you want to start with. Now, one strategy which is often not discussed is gaining, or I should say get regular feedback, if I may, from the customer. So basically what happens, if you are into dealership or if you have some automotive dealership, what happens? Customers are going to give their feedback. So if you're going to leverage the feedback there, if you're like replying to their comment, if I may, replying to comments, if I may, or maybe giving them reviews kind of thing, asking them to give a review. So obviously this is going to give you a huge leverage compared to using other options, because obviously if someone is commenting on your particular post, if I may, or maybe giving a comment, so obviously their friends, the people who are following them, will also know that this person has been associated with this business. So obviously this gives you an advantage. The next point is obviously having your website as a mobile friendly website. Why this is important? Because these days around 95% of the people search for things using a mobile phone compared to their desktop. Do let me know in the comment, you're watching this video on your mobile phone or on your desktop. So what is the last thing you searched on your desktop? Maybe you don't even remember. So make sure your website is mobile friendly, because you may be comfortable on your desktop, but obviously a lot of people are not comfortable on these desktops. They are quite comfortable on the mobile websites. The last strategy I have in my list is actually smart video strategy. That simply means using video as a marketing medium. Right now, if you're watching this video, obviously why you're watching this video, because we have something which is quite different, which is a video. If I'll give you all this information in the text format, you might not listen or maybe not read. But in video, you can actually see me, you can understand the examples I'm giving. So try to understand video is a place where you can leverage a lot. The second thing which you can actually take advantage is of 60 seconds videos, if I may, which are known as shorts. There are 15 seconds video. So you can leverage these particular marketing platforms. If I talk about 15 seconds or 60 seconds, the biggest advantage is you don't have to do any special video editing. You can go to our channel, you can look, I'm making some videos related to shorts, but I'm not using any special editing skills. I'm just using what is available on YouTube application. So this is giving us a lot of advantage, if I may, and obviously this is helping us reach to more customers compared to using traditional formats of digital marketing. Okay, now let's look into various questions people have related to like strategies for car like automotive market digital marketing. So first of all, we have, how can I promote my car sales online? So obviously if you're looking for results in the longer run, if I may, you can obviously start with organic SEO. Now if you obviously have some confusion or questions, there is a link given in the description of this video. Just reach to that link so that we can assist you. And obviously organic SEO is one of the option. The option is paid ads is also an option, and instantaneous option. If I talk about social media strategy is also an option, and you also have an option of video marketing, or I would say short video. So these are the various ways with which you can actually start and promote your car sales online. Now, what should your digital marketing budget be? Now, the thing is with the digital marketing budget, that depends totally on you. So usually what I suggest, like if you're spending around $100 for your marketing, make around $60 for digital marketing and $40 for your offline marketing. Why? Because obviously since everyone is on digital world, so you should be focusing more on digital world compared to offline world. Then what medium is effective for digital marketing? Obviously there is no as such record of it, but obviously for car business, or if I talk about automotive business, it is going to be more of a Google, social media. These are the two platforms which you can use. I would say organic search, or I would say search engines, and social media. And finally, how can I get customers to buy vehicles? So obviously using digital marketing, because we want to make sure that customers are first of all reaching us out compared to us reaching out to customers. Now, digital marketing is going to be effective for my business or not? Let's try to understand with these few facts. If I talk about 23% of car buyers use social media to discuss or communicate a recent purchase experience. Quite important. I just bought a car, it's an excellent piece, I don't like this car. Then 38% of consumers report they can consult social media next time they purchase a car, which is quite important, because obviously since this world is connected, so if you have a friend in a different state, obviously you can reach them out and say, hey, I'm planning to buy this car, how do you think it is going to help me, or is it going to work for me or not? And finally, 84% of automotive shoppers are on Facebook, and 24% use Facebook as a resource for purchasing their last vehicle. So you can understand the digital world is quite important for your automotive business. Now, obviously, if you are confused that Avinash, we have discussed so many points, but I'm not sure which point I should be focusing on. So I would say, obviously, in that scenario, there is a link which is given in the description of this video. Go to that link, fill in the details, and someone from our team will reach you out and will assist you with whatever questions you have related to your business, obviously how to grow that also. So with this, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.